Good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. I, of course, am Hammer from Originator Discuss here with your daily mortgage rate update. The only place on the web where you guys can join me live each and every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook or on YouTube, where we chat about what's going on with mortgage rates and pricing. We also talk about the fun question of the day. Get a good start to your day. If you're here this morning, say good morning, like Mallory Fotiadis and Megan Lindberg. Good morning, y'all. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget, give us a hashtag replay in the comments. Let us know that you were here. If you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to smash that like button, tag an hello friend, share us in the group. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. Remember, you can also sign up and get a free email version of our lock advice, www.ratelockadvice.com. I write that each and every weekday. It goes out to your inbox, absolutely no charge. You can sign up for our text alerts at www.ratetextalerts.com. You can also sign up for a reminder if you'd like to be reminded that we're going live. You can do that at hmmr.io/reminder or use this cool QR code down there. And last but not least, although each and every day we talk about rates and pricing, Originator Success, we have our elite membership where we actually help you get loans from Google and social media. If you're not big on CRMs, we've got what I call CRM Lite, where we send out emails to your agents, your past clients, your prospects. We've got our weekly rate forecast. We've got a review campaign and an entire review platform that we provide for you. We give you a website. Why? Because it helps you to rank higher on Google in your local market. It converts better, gets more conversations, all of that available. It's a few $100 a month, and it's only a lot until it's not. In other words, there's no contracts, no setup fees. Our members, they make their money back plus a lot more. So check us out at originatorssuccess.com. Consider signing up for a demo with Austin. Let him show you what we do, what we can do for you. So, all right, let's go ahead and say hi to all the live folks. Let's see if my man, if Mr. Siegel is on, and if he gave us what kind of day it is today. So, but let's say hi to everybody as we are waiting for him. We got Mallory Fotiadis and Megan Lindberg. Cash, good morning, sir. Great to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Mandy Kang, it's great to have you here. Kelly Cargill, good morning. Mike Brown, great to see you, sir. Kyle Mazikas, Michael Love, how are you? McAllister, what's up, my friend? Dan Crowley, Zell Rayleigh, Mike Schmulligan, Rob Stewart, good morning all as well. Well, we will see if Siegel hops on and tells us what today's special day is. And I've been forming my question of the day around that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with rates and pricing and all that good stuff. Right now, you're going to find that rate sheets are very likely to be about the same as yesterday. There's really not much of a difference here. Now, we do get the PMI data in about 15, 20 minutes, right around 10 a.m. And that data could actually give us a bit of a boost. It could help bonds rally a bit, which would, some morning rate sheets will improve because of that, or we could see it kind of go down a little bit. It's really the only relevant data for the week. We're going to get manufacturing and services PMI. So that could give us a little blip, but we'll see. After that, though, reprice risk on the day is low. Once we get morning pricing, it's very unlikely that we see much movement after that, just like it has been. Really not a lot of reason to expect rates to move much. The outlook remains very much the same as it has been. Not expecting rates to really move one way or the other. If we go ahead and flip this stuff on here, taking a look at Mortgage News Daily as a reference point. By the way, how close are the rates that you're quoting to these rates? How close are you to these rates? Good morning, Siegel. There you are. National Taffy Day. All right. So we'll come back to that. But right now, like, this is 7.09. Now, I've got a friend's daughter who is buying a home in Tennessee, and she's going conventional, probably 20% down because she's put quite a bit of money. She saved up quite a bit of money, but I'm not quite 100% sure. I didn't look at her numbers, but she was getting quoted in the 6 3/8 range. And she said, and I said, well, so you're paying some fees, you're paying a point. She said, oh no, that's no points. And I said, yes, it is. I said, you're going to get a document called a loan estimate. Let's go over that together. If I'm seeing 7.09 here, what kind of rate are you guys quoting on a conventional loan, 30-year fixed, good credit, decent money down kind of thing these days. I can't imagine that someone is quoting in the low sixes without an origination fee, discount points, etc. There's got to be something in there. A lot of, let's face it, there are LOs out there that'll say, no, you're not paying points. It's an origination fee. So anyway, just curious on that. Michael Love said he's around 7%. So let's talk National Taffy Day. So Siegel, you were late on us this morning. Bad, but that's okay. Today's National Taffy Day. Let's talk about it. So question of the day, what would be your favorite taffy or your favorite flavor of taffy? And have you ever had true, fresh, saltwater taffy? So I have noticed, and I'm not being whatever tribal, but a lot of the taffy now comes from China, which is freaking disgusting. I don't want taffy that's weeks and weeks and weeks old, and preservatives and everything else. There is a place in New Jersey along the Jersey Shore that makes their taffy fresh, and it is awesome. The best saltwater taffy. And so I'm putting the question of the day. What is your favorite flavor taffy? So here's the question of the day. And also kind of to go along with that is, have you ever had fresh saltwater taffy, right? So the question of the day, what is your favorite flavor taffy? For me, I like banana. Banana is one of my favorite flavor taffies. Strawberry, orange. I like the fruits, right? But they're certainly all good. Not a taffy girl, Yasmin. That's okay. Tebow, banana. I'm with you, dude. Banana. So Cash said usually about an eighth of a quarter point difference. I'm looking at your comments there. We were talking about rates, right? So you said about an eighth or a quarter point different. They might be doing it at half comp. Yeah, so higher, not lower than this. Exactly. So Ron said it's great to go to a store that makes it fresh in front of you. Yeah, fresh taffy, awesome. That stuff that comes from China, don't bother. Disgusting. Nasty. Ron Siegel, also banana? Dude, why do we all love banana taffy, right? There's something about banana taffy. It's just friggin' awesome. Mike said they make it fresh in Mackinac City, Mackinac Island, and areas north. That's cool. Mallory's also banana. And you get it in Tennessee. Awesome. Thank you, Alina. Great to see you here this morning. Bobby Searson, good morning as well. So, all right, back on track here. Let's get back to the rest of the other stuff. As far as rates and pricing and everything, it's very much the same as we have been. Let's see where that PMI data comes out and if that changes anything. But let me refresh this. I can't scroll until it shows us. But right now, we've been treading water. We knew this was going to be a week where rates were treading water. They're really not moving much up or down. Pricing changes a little bit day to day. We're very much in the range. When you look at here and you take a look at the, we see this green line, that is the 100-day moving average. Today it's at 100.50. Notice that the average continues to drop a little bit each day. So the ceiling on how far we can improve also drops. So, a few days ago, the ceiling was 100.55. Today it's 100.50 because it is an average and it's a 100-day average. So it's going all the way back 100 days, which is about 3 months. So it's going all the way to here and it's using all of these highs and all of these lows. And we're coming into all of these lows here. Now we've moved up a little bit higher here. So it's still creeping down though before it starts to move up. Same thing with the 50-day moving average right here. You'll see that they're tracking, almost in a parallel. Whereas you can see here, like they crisscrossed, the 50-day moving average was much higher. The 100-day moving average was much lower. They crossed. Now they're running almost parallel and we're right within that range. And there's probably, we're probably right here. This guy's at 100.23. I'll bet you this is close to that. It's at 100.15. I would argue that our technical support is a little bit higher than that 50-day moving average, probably right around that 100.20-ish mark as well. So we're seeing bonds roll sideways. There's not a lot of reason to see them improve. 10-year treasury yield, we're at 4.43. We've been right in that 4.4 to 4.45 area. Not likely to see that change too much either. Again, we may see a little bit of a reaction this morning to that PMI data that comes out. We've got manufacturing and services PMI, US PMI data. So this was the last one, that it decreased a little bit. And this might even be older than that. That's what it's pulling from Google. So, but we get those right around 10 a.m. And here, this says US PMI data set to show expected to expand at a steady pace. If they come in a little bit lower, set to show continued economic expansion. If they come in a little bit lower, it'll help pricing a little bit this morning, but it shouldn't come in too crazy, shouldn't hurt us too much, but definitely is there. Ron said the recession is here or will be soon. Danielle's Daily Feather today. I believe that. I also saw she put out a YouTube video that I'm going to watch about the labor market. So, but we will see. So anyway, that's it, my friends. Or what else is Ron Siegel saying? He's popping some stuff here. Let's see what Ron has here. Equipment leasing confidence dropped to 50.7 in May, indicating a cautious outlook. Manufacturing index predicted to remain stable, reflecting potential cooling in the sector. Labor market, significant declines than CAPEX expectations. Hiring intentions, housing market, April saw a decline in home sales and an increase in inventory, pointing to potential price drops. I definitely the pricing stuff and home market is very, very market specific. I will definitely say that. Some areas prices are still rising steadily, and some areas there's a little more inventory. Things like Austin had cooled off and stuff like that. So, but overall, it's very much the same thing. Let me know, by the way, do you eat fresh saltwater taffy? What's your favorite flavor taffy? Because today is National Taffy Day, and we will be there. And Ron said business bankruptcies are growing. If you don't want Originator Success to be one of them, make sure that you go ahead and check us out at originatorssuccess.com and find out how we help you to get loans from Google and social media. Don't worry, we're very solvent. We're not going bankrupt. I'm just using that as a nice little springboard and another little blurb. But anyway, that's it, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I agree with you, Ron. There's definitely a lot of slowdown in the economy on different things, but I think that we will see, the question is that will that help inflation drop? If the labor market softens, that's why we're holding off until June 7th. That's why we are, cautiously floating for anything that's 15 to 30 plus days and flat out floating anything 30 plus, because we have a really good shot at that June data that comes in. It's actually the May data coming reported in June, that labor market will soften, and that'll help things. As far as what the Fed says now, we've had 2 days of Fed members. Yesterday we got the Fed meeting minutes. Markets didn't react to it at all, and I told you that they absolutely would, that they would not. The Fed meeting minutes show officials rally around the idea of higher for longer. There is no change whatsoever in Fed futures or expectation of where we will be at the end of the year. When you take a look here and we do a compare, we are almost exactly, there was it's actually a week ago, the expectation that we would be at 5.25 was 9%. Now it's at 13%. So there's a slight difference there. A week ago was 31. Now that's 37. So that's one rate cut. And a week ago, the idea of 2 rate cuts was 37, and that's down to 35. The biggest change was the idea of 3 rate cuts. So the idea that there's going to be 3 rate cuts has lost a little bit of steam, and the idea that there will only be 1 rate cut has gained a little bit of steam. But we're going to see that ebb and flow. Very much so. We could see again we're not going to see a big shift to these numbers unless we get to that June 7th labor data and see a big change there. Today, the only other Fed speaker out there, Raphael Bostic, he's generally, hawkish. And so he's going to, say the same thing everyone else has said, which is that they need to keep things there. There were some that questioned whether the current rate was high enough. So what that basically translates here, policy was restrictive enough to bring inflation down. There's some Fed members that need to hike rates. However, Powell was very clear and took that off the table after the press conference. Despite these meeting minutes, despite what was said at this meeting, Powell was very clear that the Fed is not going to be hiking rates anytime soon. So markets kind of discounted this because he's really kind of said it's not going to happen. So not much we have to worry about there. Again, we'll see where things go. Up right now, mortgage bonds down. Maybe that data just came out. There you go. It probably came out strong because now we've got an initial reaction of minus 13 basis points. I think it comes out at 9:45, that data, and not 10 a.m. So, but give it a minute. We'll see if there's a bit of a recovery to this in a moment. The 10-year Treasury yields only changed a little bit. So a lot of times you'll see the data, you'll get a trade, a few trades, it makes a big reaction, and then it bounces back and settles right back in. So, but this would put us with slightly worse pricing than yesterday, being down 13 basis points. And that's why I have said we've been able to see this trend where we've been going a little bit down, and we could continue to go a little bit down. And that's why we were locking anything that's closing in the next couple of weeks, just to protect it, just because we have seen rates creep a little worse, but nothing to get overly excited or worried about. So good morning, Tim Klyla, Julie Lawrence. Morning, Mr. Einkorn. Great to see all of you as well. So, Ashley Mulcahy, good morning. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up, y'all. You guys, make sure you tell me, do you eat saltwater taffy? And if you do, if you have, which favorite flavor? Overwhelmingly, y'all are going with banana, which was my go-to. I love banana taffy. So, all right, my friends, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and TGIF, well, that comes tomorrow. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.